Hey everyone, welcome back to Code in Motion. Today we're looking at LeetCode problem number 21, merge two sorted lists. So we're given the heads of two sorted linked lists, and our job is to merge them into one sorted list in place. And so if we take a look at this example over here, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, we need to merge these two lists in place so that these two lists are in order and point to the respective nodes. And so, for example, you see over here, we need to intertwine the red and purple nodes so that we have one sorted list at the end, and we return back the sorted list. All right, so let's look at the algorithm we're going to be using. I have two sorted lists over here, 1, 2, 6, 7, and 1, 3, 4. And the first thing I want to do is initialize two pointers that are going to traverse both lists. And so let's add P1 and P2 over here. And we also need the concept of a previous pointer, because at every iteration, we're going to be changing the node.next value in order to combine both lists. So let's add a previous pointer, and I'm going to create a new dummy node. The value doesn't matter. In this case, it's just 0. And I'm going to initialize previous to that dummy node. Having a dummy node makes the traversal much easier, especially in the coding implementation, but you'll see more of this a bit later. So right now, let's start the algorithm. We have the pointers. And what we're going to do is at every iteration, we're going to compare the values of P1 and P2, right? We're going to take the smaller value because we want this list to be sorted. In this case, P1 and P2 are equal, so it doesn't matter which one I choose. I'll just choose P1 arbitrarily. So I'll say prev.next is equal to P1 because that was the smaller element. Now I move previous to P1 because this is going to be my previous pointer, and I'm going to move P1 to the next node. In the same list. So P1 and P2 only stay in their respective lists. And now we're going to do the same exact thing. So now we're going to compare P1 and P2 again. In this case, P2's value is smaller, right? So prev.next now points to P2. Now prev moves to P2, and P2 moves to the next element. And so you see what we're doing at every iteration is taking the smaller element between the two lists, and then we're moving the P1 and P2 pointers to their next nodes. All right, so now we compare P1 and P2 again. In this case, P1 is the smaller one, so previous should point to P1 instead of P2. So let's update that. And now previous moves to P1, and P1 will go to the next node. Now, once again, we compare P1 to P2. P2 is smaller in this case, so previous.next will now point to P2. And then prev moves to P2, and P2 moves to the next node. Now let's compare P1 and P2 again. In this case, P2 is smaller, right? So prev.next is P2, and it's just the same arrow, right? In this case, nothing really happened, but we update the arrow anyways. And now previous moves to P2, and P2 now moves out of the bounds of the list. P2 is now null, right? And so in this case, since P2 finished processing, what do we do with the algorithm, right? We can't stop here because node 4 is not connected to the rest of P1. And so at the end of our algorithm, we're going to have a step that just checks if P1 or P2 is not null. We're just going to connect previous.next to P1 or P2, depending which one is not null. So in this case, I'm just going to connect my previous directly to P1, since we know the rest of P1 is in sorted order. So let's do this connection. And after this connection, I'm done. This is the finalized merge list. And this is why I actually created a dummy node in the beginning, because the answer is dummy node.next, right? We don't have to keep track of the first node in this case to return back our answer. And so it's much easier just to use the dummy node to avoid the null pointer exception case for previous, and also just to return back the result fairly easily. Now this algorithm runs in O of n plus m time, where n and m are the sizes of the first and second linked lists, and the space complexity is O of 1 because we don't store anything, we're just traversing through the linked list and changing the links. All right, so let's get started with the coding implementation. I'm going to have a new dummy node that I create, and I'm going to initialize previous to that same node as well, and this is just going to be a new list node of any value, in this case 0. Now I'm going to initialize my two pointers, P1 and P2, is list 1 and list 2. Now, while P1 and P2 exist, so while they're both not null, if p1.value is less than p2.value, then that means we need to point previous .next to p1 because p1 is smaller, right? So prev.next is equal to p1, and p1 is equal to p1.next. We move p1 along. Now, else, this means that p2 is smaller, so prev.next is equal to p2, and p2 is equal to p2.next. Now, I'm going to say previous is equal to previous.next, right? So we're moving the previous pointer to the new next previous position. Now, remember the case where after we finish iterating through both p1 and p2, one of them is going to become null, whereas the other is not null, right? And so I need to do the final linking of the two. So I'm going to say if p1 is not null, that means prev.next is equal to p1, else that means p2 is not null. So prev.next is equal to p2. Now I simply return back dummy.next, and we're done. Let's run this algorithm and verify that it works. And there we have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, be sure to subscribe and like the video below. It means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next one.